So, I have my companion with me. This is Sunflower. Say hi, Sunflower. So, last night I watched The Ugly Stepsister. It is a Cinderella story told through the point of view of her ugly stepsister. This movie rocks. It's a body horror. We have Elvira, who is the ugly stepsister, who's really not ugly at the beginning of the movie. She's a little awkward, she's a little off, but she wants to marry the prince, and Cinderella's character, who's, the beautiful stepsister Agnes, it doesn't even really want to marry the prince. She just kind of has to. This is a movie which is pretty realistic. Oh my god. Stop. I love you. Stop. This is a movie that is pretty realistic about the things that women have gone through and the fact that beauty has often equaled survival. Being chosen by a man has been how a woman's livelihood. Women haven't had the opportunity to make their own way in the world for much of history, and arguably even much of today. And so the ugly stepsister goes through all these horrific procedures to make herself beautiful. She has her nose broken. She eats a tapeworm, so she's got a parasite in her, which eats all her nutrients and causes her hair to fall out. Spoiler alert, at the end, she cuts her feet to try and fit into the slippers. She does all these things to try and make herself beautiful. Because it's not just that she wants to marry the prince, it's that she has to marry somebody who can take care of her and her family. They're broke. And every single one of these torture methods that she goes through to make herself beautiful is a real thing that women have done for their beauty. And in this movie, beauty isn't just vanity, it's survival. This is self-loathing, wanting to be chosen at any cost. It's a dark fairy tale. And fairy tales have lied to us. Fairy tale endings are brutal. I think I remember in the original Cinderella that the stepsister did cut her feet to fit into the shoes, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, but that feels like something I've heard before. Now, the emotional depth might take a little bit of a backseat to the gore of the movie at times. The shots are really good. The performances are really good. The look of the film is really good. Apart from like one of the gore moments, like all the gore moments are really, like, there's scenes where I'm like, how did they get that shot? Because it was so gory and it looks so real. Like, they're stitching her eyelashes on and we're seeing the needle pierce through her skin, and I'm just like, how did they get that shot? It looks so real. And then some scenes, like when she cuts her feet off, it's kind of like, oh, that's a prosthetic foot and that's fake blood. Like, you can tell. There is some real R plus X rated moments. Like, we get some real close-ups of some body parts. It is a foreign film, so I think they're a little bit less uptight about that than here in America. And what I really enjoyed about this movie is I expected it to be like Wicked, where the villain by the end you feel bad for, and the Glinda the Good Witch is actually, the heroes of the story are actually the villains. But it didn't make a villain out of Cinderella. She's sweet. She's the same Cinderella we've always known. Her motivations may have shifted, but she's still the same sweet, deserving of a good ending woman. And her good ending isn't even really a good ending. She doesn't even really love the prince. She just kind of has to marry the prince. So it kind of makes it so you have this sweet girl who doesn't get the fairy tale that we thought it was. And the ugly stepsister is, as she becomes beautiful, as all her body modifications make her beautiful, quote unquote beautiful, her ugliness kind of comes out as she increases her looks of her outer appearance. Her inner self becomes horrific. So that's really interesting to me. I really liked that the story stayed the same. We just have a different perspective on it now. And it was dark, and it was, I'm going to go with 5 out of 5. What WTFs. Yeah, check out The Ugly Stepsister. It was nominated for Best Hair and Makeup. Also, my podcast launches March 10th. I might cover this movie in the podcast because I really enjoyed it, and I would really enjoy watching it a couple more times and researching it to talk about it. So we'll see. But I've already done Sinners and One Battle After Another. I'm working on Frankenstein now, and I hope to have 6 or 7 episodes in the vault when I launch on March 10th. So thank you for following, and I know this video is running a little long, so I'm going to wrap it up and have a wonderful day. Okay, bye. I love you. Bye.